Taylor Swift is one of the biggest pop stars in the world, known for her catchy songs, clever songwriting, and high-profile relationships. But a new scandal has rocked the music industry, and the implications could be huge. Recent reports indicate that NFL star Travis Kelce, the All-Pro tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, may have used underhanded tactics to force Taylor Swift to sign with Def Jam Recordings back in 2005. And now, the federal government has launched a full-scale investigation into Kelce's alleged misconduct. What exactly happened between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, and how could this potential criminal conspiracy shake up the music world? Let's dive in. From what we know, this all started back in the mid-2000s, when Taylor was just a teenager trying to break into the Nashville country music scene. By all accounts, she was a tremendous talent, with a knack for writing catchy, relatable songs. Record labels were clamoring to sign her. But then, seemingly out of nowhere, Taylor ended up signing with Def Jam Recordings, one of the biggest hip-hop labels in the world, not exactly the natural home for a young country artist. And now, sources indicate that Travis Kelce, who was just a high school football player at the time, may have been secretly pulling the strings behind the scenes. Former Def Jam executive. Look, I was there when the Taylor Swift deal went down, and let me tell you, it was one of the strangest signings I've ever witnessed. The Def Jam team was completely caught off guard. We had no idea who this teenage country singer was or why we were pursuing her. But then, right before we were set to finalize the contract, Travis Kelce shows up at our offices. Keep in mind, this kid was still in high school, had no industry connections, and as far as anyone knew, had zero involvement with Taylor or her career. But he marches in, slams his fist on the table, and demands that we sign Taylor to a deal, or else. We were all taken aback. I mean, who did this kid think he was? But he was so insistent, so aggressive, that we didn't really have a choice. The pressure he was applying was unreal. So we signed Taylor, even though it really didn't make any sense for our label. Taylor Swift. I had no idea any of this was going on behind the scenes. I was just this young, naive country singer trying to get my big break. The Def Jam deal came out of nowhere, and to be honest, I was a little skeptical about it at first. It just didn't seem like the right fit. But then, years later, I started hearing these rumors about Travis Kelce's involvement. And the more I looked into it, the more it all started to make sense. I mean, why else would a major hip-hop label suddenly decide to sign some unknown country artist? It had to be because Kelce forced their hands somehow. Federal investigation. Based on our investigations so far, it appears that Travis Kelce may have used a combination of bribery, blackmail, and outright threats to coerce Def Jam into signing Taylor Swift. We've uncovered evidence that he was in regular contact with key decision-makers at the label in the months leading up to the deal, and that he was putting immense pressure on them to make it happen. The big question is, why? What was Kelce's motivation? Some initial theories suggest that he may have had a personal relationship with Taylor and wanted to help launch her career for his own benefit. Others speculate that he may have had financial incentives, like a cut of her future earnings. But the more we dig, the more it seems like Kelce's actions were simply driven by pure ego and a desire for power. He wanted to be the one to discover Taylor Swift and make her a star. And he was willing to go to extreme lengths to make that happen. Of course, this is all still under investigation. But if our suspicions are correct, then Travis Kelce could be facing some serious legal consequences. Coercing a major label's signing through illegal means is a federal crime, and the implications could be huge, not just for Kelce, but for the entire music industry. The Taylor Swift-Travis Kelce saga is still unfolding, but one thing is clear. If the federal investigation uncovers evidence of criminal wrongdoing, it could have seismic ripples throughout the entertainment world. Kelce's alleged strong-arm tactics, if proven true, would call into question the legitimacy of countless record deals and artist signings. It could prompt a widespread reckoning within the industry, as labels and artists are forced to scrutinize their own processes and relationships. And of course, the personal and professional fallout for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce could be immense. For Swift, it could mean the invalidation of her entire Def Jam catalog, throwing her career into uncertainty. And for Kelce, it could mean prison time and the permanent tarnishing of his reputation. This is a story that is still very much in development. But one thing is clear. The truth is out there, and the feds are determined to uncover it, no matter where the investigation leads. Stay tuned for more updates on this unfolding scandal that could reshape the music industry as we know.